Hello, welcome. Today's topic is economic development and planning, and it is our first lesson in this topic. The learning outcomes are, by the end of the lesson, the learner should be able to distinguish between economic growth and economic development, discuss the characteristics of underdevelopment, and explain the goals of development. What is economic growth? Economic growth, this is an increase in countries' productivity, which can be determined by a continued rise in national income over a period of years. And in that particular diagram, it represents the Kenya economic growth from year 2010 to 2018. Economic development. This is the qualitative change in national income. It is associated with an increase in fairly distributed national income and such that more people are able to lead a better life. And in that particular diagram there's factors of production, that is land, labor, and capital. And when they are properly utilized, they lead to economic development, that is infrastructural development. We are going to look at the structural changes which may take place when a country is experiencing development. What are some of the changes that can be observed when a country is experiencing development? One, it is the country shifts from agricultural to manufacturing sector. So we have tomatoes farming there in the first diagram, and now the country moves from agricultural sector to manufacturing. We have Thika textile. Number two, reduction of illiteracy, more people going to school. Then number three, increase in skilled manpower, there is more training. Number four, improvement of health facilities, when people move from traditional medicine to modern health services. And then number five, increase in technology and improvement in entrepreneur ability, people using technology in doing business. And lastly, increase and improvement of institutions that handle new methods of productive economic activities. And we have a summary of the structural changes which may take place when a country is experiencing development. That one we have discussed above, that is the summary. Then what is underdevelopment? Underdevelopment is growth in the negative direction, which can be associated with uneven distribution of wealth and also decrease in quality and quantity of factors such as land, labor, capital, and technology. And what are the characteristics of underdevelopment? Number one, we have high level of poverty. An undeveloped country is poverty-ridden such that majority of its people are living below the poverty line, and the per capita income, especially when compared with those of developed countries, is very low. Number two, disparity in income distribution. Income is not evenly distributed because few rich people owns majority of the country's wealth, while many other people are living below the poverty line. Number three, low level of savings and investments. When per capita income is low, it makes people have little or nothing to save, leading to low investments. Then number 4, high population growth rate. There is always high population growth rates in underdeveloped countries. Population explosion increases the number of people living at or below the poverty line and also increases the dependency ratio. Number 5, dominance of subsistence sector. Traditional subsistence sector, or that is small scale sector, tends to dominate the modern industrial sector. Problem of unemployment. There is always high rate of unemployment in underdeveloped countries because of a high population. The population is always higher than the available jobs in the country. Number 7, underutilization of natural resources. Natural resources is underdeveloped in underdeveloped countries remain underexploited due to lack of either capital or appropriate technology. And number 8, that is characteristics of underdevelopment, dependence on the developed countries. Most underdeveloped countries are unable to financially sustain themselves. As a result, they keep on relying on the developed countries for financial aid. Number 9, low labor productivity. Labor productivity in underdeveloped countries is extremely low compared with that of developed countries. This due to lack of complementary factors input such as physical capital and skilled management. And lastly, let us look at the goals of development. What are the goals of development? Number 1, elimination or reduction of poverty. So every country tries hard to eliminate or reduce poverty levels. Number 2, provision of important human basic needs such as food, shelter, health, and protection. Number 3, reduction of disparities in income distribution. And lastly, number 4, provision of opportunities in areas as employment and self-advancement. And now we have evaluation of our lesson, and I would like you to do these questions. That is, you distinguish between economic growth and economic development, and then you discuss the characteristics of underdevelopment, and you explain the goals of development. We've come to the end of our lesson today. Join us in our next lesson 2 on economic development. Thank you.